The year was World War II. My uncle had crashed and was surrounded by the enemy. This is a true story, Jack.
The eating of flesh for the suspension of life. What do you think of that? It's about to happen.
What are you guys doing?
Come on. It's for the good of the group.
Oh no.
Don't make this any harder than it has to be.
Stay away from me, you bastards!
Hush, little baby, daddy's coming to eat you.
Don't eat me. Don't eat me. Stay away from me. Stay away from me.
What's up, guys? Boy, Benny. So we all know that Joe Biden is a liar, but I find it really interesting the things that he decides to lie about. Joe Biden lies about pretty much everything. That is the nature of liars. They lie. But it's really important to kind of like narrow down like why he lies. Joe Biden always lies to try and manipulate an audience into loving him more, but they're like such obvious lies, like Joe Biden saying he was raised in the black church, or Joe Biden saying he was raised in the Puerto Rican church, or Joe Biden saying he was raised in the Greek church. Like he said that to different coalitions of people, depending on the audience he's talking to, is the story he tells and the person he is. It's very chameleon. It's sociopathic. It's very nihilistic and sociopathic, and it means you're not really anyone. You know, you don't really come from anything, and you don't know who you are, and that makes a very dangerous person. Weak men create hard times, sort of thing. The other thing that Joe Biden lies about is effectively, and especially when he's in front of people who are like a military audience, is stolen valor. Now, we've covered this a million times, and I try as hard as I can to stay deeply respectful of the fact that Joe Biden's son died, right? His son died, and that's bad. I have kids. I would hate that to happen. All right? His son died. His name's Beau. He was sort of like the hopes and dreams of the Biden family. He was getting groomed into politics. Like, he was the attorney general of Delaware, right? Like, this is a state that Joe Biden effectively runs, and was maybe being groomed to like take over, and run for Joe Biden's Senate seat and stuff like that. But he died of a brain tumor. And nobody's saying that's not a tragedy. What we're saying is you can't lie about that. Joe Biden, at multiple circumstances, has lied about his son dying in Iraq, saying that his son died in Iraq. No, dude, your son died going to work every single day in a suit and a tie 10 years after he deployed. And so it's weird things to lie about. It's especially bad when you're lying about like stolen valor kind of stuff, like military stuff. When you're lying about your family, you're trying to say that there's some type of like big time hero. Well, when that story's just not true, okay? Like, call it what it is. Beau Biden didn't die in Iraq. Joe Biden's uncle, Bozy, wasn't shot down and eaten by cannibals. Now, this was all the talk last week. Joe Biden told this story.
My uncle, they called him Ambrose Brozy, they called him Bozy. My uncle Bozy was a hell of an athlete, they tell me, when he was a kid. And he became an Army Air Corps before the Air Force came along. He flew those single-engine planes as reconnaissance over war zones. He got shot down in New Guinea, and they never found the body because there were a lot of cannibals for real in that part of New Guinea.
Oh, okay. The cannibals ate my Uncle Bozy. That was not something that we had on our bingo card, but the bingo card's been busted for a long time, okay? Papua New Guinea leader blasts Biden for claiming his uncle was eaten by cannibals. So now the person who's in charge of the nation, Papua New Guinea's prime minister, James Marape, addressed the media and said, how dare you? Call us all cannibals. Papua New Guinea Prime Minister James Marape said on Monday that he was offended by President Biden's recent comments suggested that his uncle was eaten by cannibals in World War II. Marape expressed disappointment in the statement on Monday and said Biden should suggest his nation was rife with cannibals, noting also that Papua New Guinea was unwillingly pulled into the global conflict in the 1940s. Biden's comments suggesting that his uncle, Second Lieutenant Ambrose Finnegan, was eaten by Papua New Guinea cannibals came during a speech of steelworkers. President Biden's remark had been a slip of the tongue. However, my country does not deserve to be labeled as such. World War II was not the doing of my people. However, they are needlessly dragged into this conflict. It is worth noting that Joe Biden has regularly blamed people who may not look like him or act like him, but from the same place. He regularly scapegoats what we would refer to as minorities. And there's a long history of this. Like Corn Pop, Hunter Biden got kicked out of the Navy, said that 2 African immigrants gave him cocaine-laced cigarettes. It's in his book. He wrote about it. Don't come for me. It's in his book. Go talk to Hunter Biden. He said this is who he's scapegoating. Joe Biden saying you're not black if you don't vote for him, and so on and so forth. And so, ladies and gentlemen, you have, obviously, some major issues here. Here's the actual local media reporting on this.
Papua New Guinea Prime Minister James Marape says his nation does not deserve to be labeled cannibals and urged the United States to clear up the remnants of World War II littered across the Pacific. This comes after U.S. President Joe Biden's comments regarding his missing serviceman uncle. Biden said last week that his uncle, Ambrose Finnegan, was shot down over the Pacific nation during World War II, suggesting his body was never found as there were a lot of cannibals in the area. Office issued a statement saying, and I quote, "President Biden's remarks may have been a slip of the tongue. However, my country does not deserve to be labeled as such."
Oh, yeah, baby. Good job, Joe. Following the proud Biden tradition of scapegoating racial minorities. at least the way I don't think in Papua New Guinea they are considered minority. They're the majority, I would assume. But here, Joe Biden just like it's just easier for Joe Biden to be like, nope, this area of the world, it's just a bunch of cannibals living there. Papua New Guinea PM hits back. Biden's loose talk. We don't deserve to be labeled cannibals. This is Joe Biden's uncle. The Pentagon, I mean, it's worth noting that the Pentagon, U.S. defense records show Finnegan's courier flight was forced to ditch for unknown reasons. They wasn't shot down. It's just an aircraft malfunction. It happened all the time. It's too bad. Nobody's celebrating it, but it is what it is. Finnegan's aircraft hit the water, and 3 crew members failed to emerge. 1 survived and rescued by a passing barge. The other defense POW MIA accounting agency said on its website. The search the next day found no trace of the missing crew because they crashed in open ocean. Karine Jean-Pierre of the White House confirmed that he died when he crashed into the Pacific, not because of cannibalism. Biden's cannibalism quip comes as a string of recent gaffes. Joe Biden, obviously, excited about telling, once again, another lie to the American people. I am excited for the memes that have come from all of this, like this one.
This is a true story. It took place in a primitive corner of the world.
My Uncle Bosie was a hell of an athlete. They tell me when he was a kid. And he became an Army Air Corps before the Air Force came along. He flew those single-engine planes as reconnaissance over war zones. And he got shot down in New Guinea.
One by one, they fell. And now he was alone.
There were a lot of cannibals, for real, in that part of New Guinea.
Trapped in a hell of Stone Age creatures.
In New Guinea. And they never found the body because there were a lot of cannibals, for real.
Perversion and sudden death were the way of life.
For real.
Cannibal ate my uncle. I would buy these action figures. This is Uncle Bosie, and this is Cannibal. I would also definitely buy the Corn Pop action figure for certain. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the memes have been amazing. We really, truly hope that Joe Biden continues to tell stories like this. He is a humiliation to America on the national stage, and this country, we really don't deserve Joe Biden. I mean that in the worst possible sense. He's a liar. He commits stolen valor all the time, and you shouldn't trust people like that, right? He's a bad person. Feed him to the cannibals. I'll let you decide. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe. See ya.